I've been using the Google Pixel 6a for almost 3 years now, and not too long ago, I was seriously considering upgrading. But then something changed. Google announced extended software support for the Pixel 6 and 7 series, and they bumped it up to 5 years. And this news made me pause. Suddenly, upgrading did not feel so urgent, and now I've decided to stick with my Pixel 6a. In fact, if you're looking for a reliable phone that still holds up in 2025, the Pixel 6a is absolutely worth considering, and here's why. Now, finding a phone that does everything well without breaking your bank is kind of difficult. There are plenty of phones out there, but most of them fall short somewhere, and that somewhere is the cameras. Now, I'm not saying that the Pixel 6a is the best camera ever, but if you compare its photos to other phones in the similar price range, it absolutely holds its own and often blows other phones away. It uses the same 12 megapixel flagship sensor from the previous Pixels, and Google's years of computational photography magic makes the photos shine. You get excellent dynamic range, natural yet vibrant colors, and incredibly accurate skin tones. Sometimes even better than what you will see on the latest iPhones. Now, I could keep talking about the camera, but the photos speak for themselves. Let's talk about the display, the part of your phone that you interact the most with. Personally, I love OLED displays, and the Pixel 6a delivers. It's bright, vibrant, and sharp, and enough for daily use. Streaming content on it is a joy, and it is certified for apps like Amazon Prime and Netflix, so you're getting the best quality streaming experience. Now, one thing that I have to mention is that this display is capped at 60 Hz. In a world where 90 and even 120 Hz is becoming the new normal, this might seem like a drawback. But personally, for me, it's not a big deal. I have used 60 Hz screens all my life, and while higher refresh rates are smoother, they are not a deal breaker, especially if you value battery life and don't notice the difference much. If you need that buttery smooth 120 Hz experience, then yeah, the 6a might not be for you. But for most people, it's perfectly fine. So what do 2 more years of updates actually means? As of now, just a month ago, the Pixel 6a received the Android 16 update, which was in June 2025. And it is set to receive the Android 17 update plus security patches until 2027. That's already pretty impressive. But what really makes this phone age gracefully are the Pixel feature drops. These are like quarterly updates that bring new features and new tools which basically enhance your experience. A lot of these features start with the newer Pixels but trickle down to the older models. Case in point, when I first got the phone, it did not have the magic eraser feature. Now it does. It got the photo and blur from Pixel 7 and even Gemini integrations from Pixel 8, and it already just received the update with Gemini Live in it from the newer Pixel 9s. And this is why I don't feel left behind. This phone keeps getting smarter with time. I use my Pixel 6a without a case or a screen protector, and you know what? It still looks pretty good, especially in this chalk color. The design gives it a special identity. You can spot it instantly as a Google Pixel. And even after 3 years of daily use, this has held up pretty well. Now, I did drop my phone once and it has a tiny gash on it, but other than that, everything else just looks fine and it still feels premium. Now, I'm not going to talk about benchmarks or frame rates. I don't use my phone for gaming or as a productivity workstation. I use it like most people do for messaging, calling, listening to music, social media, photos, and watching some YouTube videos occasionally. And for all of these things, the 6a is more than capable. It hasn't once frozen or lagged or crashed on me yet. And even with heavier tasks like photo editing in mobile Lightroom, it holds up pretty well. Sure, it might be a second or two slower than the newer flagships, but that does not really bother me. This phone is still snappy, responsive, and surprisingly efficient. And if you're not chasing max performance or hardcore frame rates, the 6a delivers where it actually matters. So that's pretty much about the 6a. I feel like this phone, or Pixels in general, age really well. The software updates that Google keeps on pushing out for these phones makes them better and better as you use them. And I've noticed this with friends and family as well. People who just got a Pixel don't really like it, but then it slowly starts growing on them as it gets new features and all the latest things. In 2025, the Pixel 6a is still a solid deal, especially if you want a phone that just works, runs smoothly, and takes amazing photos. And this is a good example that you don't need to upgrade your phone every year or every 2 years to get a good experience. If more companies followed Google's path on this whole support for a long-term thing, I feel like a lot more people would hold on to their phones for much longer, and that is a good thing. Well, that's it for this video. Felt great shooting a tech video after a while as well. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.